This plant has so many facets to it, man. There are people abusing it, and there are people going to heights with it, you know. So for me, I like to take out the good that comes from it and feed on that knowledge, man, you know. Because it's that thing that's going to bring us back to fullness, man. Look at all its miracle healings and that. Before they wanted to, it's Charlotte's haze and Charlotte's angel that's making that the children can again now, you know, be involved in the marijuana scene, whereas they were trying to restrict it. And they know most when the new generation come then from there. So when they found the miracle healing in the Charlotte, so they tried a lot of other bullshit stuff to like still make that it can't be consumed. But we as Rastas, Victor was born in the womb. His mom used to kick, man. So that his mom had to take a good blow to ease that pain of the kicking. And check where we are at, man.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and we were told always how bad the plant is and the negative it's gonna give you and that. So I've proven it, man. 30 years, man. Yeah.
Respect.
Bullshit can't baffle brains.
Respect, man.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it's time for the shackles to come off the plant now, you know. For everyone just to be able to use it the way they want to use it and be able to research it properly. You know? See how far can we take this medicine? How much can we make out of it?
I think they know more than us, man.
By far.
Already,
By
because
far.
of how in-depth their research was.
Yeah.
The sad thing is it's the governments, man, of the world, man, that can't take a stance and change. They're too in it to be able to like I'm talking now, for example, about a place like Israel with all their in-depth research. They can just open up universities over the world and share that information and relieve all the pain, and that the prisons will be emptied and all that stuff will go with it, man. You know, because there's a wrong approach to the badness of the weed, man. You know, so they're using it like on the small courts. Most of the cases are weed cases and that are maybe just revenue creating, and then there's no problem solving. The people are still in like just feeding that yes, whereas deal with the weed in the right way and then they will see, man.
And it creates abundance, just like it grows. When you look at the plant when it grows, dan begin hy klein. The more it grows, exponentially it grows if you nurture it. But if you don't nurture the plant, it becomes yellow, it starts dying. Same thing with the art, creates that kind of abundance.
And if you nurture it with too much expectation also, then it also withers on you. It won't give you that potential. I know that from myself. So yeah, man. Goodness, man, it's
some good
positive
truth
energy
shot,
to just
brother,
reason that even, man, you know, to know that we are like-minded, man. You know, even though we don't sleep in the same community or household, so respect to that even, because that's where they can't fool us, man. You know, when we come together, because when we share those ideas, it's like we just confirm. No, man, that's one of those negative energies we must keep aside. You know, so respect to that even, man. Yeah, man.
And this, we all on that same, not just you and me, every single person, we've got that in us, bro. We were born with that.
Yeah.
So we've got that choice to be free.
Thank you.
Be able to free ourselves.
And when we get together like this, you know, you get the word straight from each other instead of working through the media.
Yes,
or
exactly,
social
because
media,
that was
or
what we
this,
depended
or that,
on.
Or that, you know.
So and so says this, and then that's like the platform to work on this conversation.
Because we respect them because they've got higher authority now.
Yeah, but now we've come to learn that was a folly. Authority. It was we actually higher beings than that. You know, that education is inferior that they have because of our intelligence that comes out of nature.
They
Nature
never taught us how to
surpasses
feed
that.
our immune systems, how to feed ourselves from the ground, how to nurture plants, how to nurture each other.
Yeah.
Never teach us that in school.
Exactly.
They come with all this Jan van Riebeeck bullshit.
Exactly, and Bismarck and those histories
Yeah.
of people that we don't even know that
Got nothing
that
to do with us.
they have nothing to do with us.
French
yes.
Revolution.
Yes.
I had 2 years of French Revolution history classes.
Exactly.
Takes us away from the present.
Yeah. And then the way they teach us like the arts and that stuff, they don't even still tell us the in-depth about those great artists, man. They just teach us like the cuck about them, man. And the stuff like they want us to like
Replicate.
yes. And then they wicked, man, with their agenda, but
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so glad that it's unfolding, man, you know.
So, yeah, it's beautiful
Yeah.
for the whole world to
Yeah.
see, because that is the first step of it
As
collapsing.
scary as it is, it's a beautiful time to be living, eh? Yeah, but it's a fucking scary time as well, so
Because everything we've come to know, the whole world, in the next 5 years, it's going to change so much that if we reflect back and look at like 2020, it's going to be like a whole different world. You know?
exactly.
Technology, robots, and all this shit.
Yeah.
South
And
Af-
funny to check. I'm glad also in a way, but also like just see how many people were around that you were so tight with, man, that aren't even gonna get to be able to fathom out that. Like in the next 3 to 5 years, like you say, man,
Yeah.
it's gonna be almost like the 1920s for them type of thing. You're trying to explain to them how it was, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's hectic, man,
Yeah.
and it's just so a stone throw away, man.
And it's happening faster and faster as well. Eh? And I think now, I was telling this guy, I always tell this to them, but I think now the power of manifestation is also much stronger than ever in this time of today.
Yeah.
Whereas, so the energy we put out, the ripple effect of that is much stronger than it always was. It's intensifying
Yes,
as
than
we
it
go
was
along.
before.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you. Check you.
Hey, my
I got
bro.
Relings, bro, with that thought about. I really respect, man, for that. One time. But goodness and mercy on be with those that are jacked and not doing the works of the Most High, eh? Because this is that battle, eh? Yeah.
Just take all the gifts we were born with. Be thankful for everything you've got every day, and that way you can win the battle, bro.
Yeah.
You've got your shield strong, then it makes it easier.
I think
like
becomes
this.
easy.
This is that shining up of the shield,
Yes.
and sharpening of the iron. This right now.
Also, once we start standing together, strength in numbers.
That's
We
it.
are the 99%, bro. That 1% corrupting the world, man. It's just the
Yeah.
one. We've got the strength in numbers, bro.
Yes,
Nou
man,
moet
that's
ons-
also another thing to realize how much impact if you can turn that what's happening right around, how much power that 99% has. If this 1% is so powerful.
And we don't have to go to
Yeah,
war or fight
exactly.
with weapons. We fight with by setting an example, by making people feel good, by sharing love and
That's
wisdom. Growing, that's how we
That's
win
it.
the battle.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say like that. Those babies. Only time, man, is also the revealer of that truth as well, because it will be time that will make you understand what that did, even though you saw so much other growth around here.
Yes.
Just check what that look, you know. It's not like giving one who already has.
No.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it takes
beautiful,
time.
man. Yeah.
The magic needs to process first, before it happens.
Yeah, and also like just to also check is it like it is, man. Like you're not in it for the self, man. You know, just see what's gonna happen of that, what's gonna come of that.
No.
Then you will see. You know,
Beautiful.
I know my bro, but it's always been like when like the early 1900s, if you had a university education, the income of today, it's the very same. It's the if you have a university education now, you must work as hard as you had to work that time. There was so little that time. You had to have so much to be able to get yourself into that institute. Now the same here,
Same today, yeah.
you know. So
You have to basically slave yourself away for a corporation. Well, you've got that choice once again, but you go and confine yourself in an educational system where you don't really teach what you want to learn, but you teach what they put in the books for you. And then from there you go base your whole life around that.
Yeah.
Just in order to survive.
That always took the lesson that little bit further and made it more interesting. They're the ones that were always like
light workers.
But they were never given that job for long. It's almost like they found reason to sack them or so, man, because that was the stuff they brought out the best in the kids. You know, instead of like just sticking here to the mathematics, the guy says let us, then he teaches you the maths outside, then you check, well, I didn't solve that problem that I was putting on paper here, now I know even better how to deal with it here. Those teachers, they got rid of them quickly.
Funny, eh?
Yeah. No, not funny, just because they knew, man. They knew that those are the ones that are going to be a disruption to them, the 1%, man. You know? So, yeah.
Yeah, so they force the kids back into the classroom.
And into the shit, sinister ways of learning, the repetitive ways, man.
The thing is, they teach the kids to think from the ego, because everything's a competition, man. When you go into school, it's not about seeing what can we do together. It's more like, hey, I have to compete with you. I have to get the highest grades. I have to get the position on the A team. I have to become a prefect.
One that got to C must now class himself like, the A students are like together, and the C students must now be here. Then the C students become the Dacha Kopper and the
But the C student and the A student, the one in the same.
That's how it is.
The C student and the A student is one in the same. They're the same person, a reflection of each other.
Exactly.
Just different
Same
parts.
environment most of the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, but you're blessed still, man. I'm just thankful for the moments.
And thank you for you as well. Like, thanks for letting us in here again and you sharing with us. It's always so nice talking to you because you're so knowledgeable, but also, you know, you put it in such nice words that it's understandable.
Thank you.
So it's lekker, Paul.
Now for me, I'm just saying, man, I didn't like suck it out of the thumb type of thing, because it's a way of life, man.
It comes from the heart.
I come telling you things that I've just like. Eventually, it's gonna catch up on you. You know, like to say, is that so, man? You know, so like I said, time is your master, man.
Time will review.
Yeah, I'm just happy for that, actually, in a way.
Yeah, we're also very grateful for capturing that energy and for you sharing it with us.
Bless up, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You too.
Thank you, bro. Really.
100.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, man.
Now it's small seeds we're planting, you know. Now maybe it's something small, and then like this all, I don't know whether you've seen, we put it all on YouTube. You know, YouTube, if that's okay with you. We've got a series where we do, like, you want to go all over, donate plants, hear the perspective from this side.
If you guys want, I can send the video to you guys first,
I would dig that, man.
before we load it on, so you can tell us if there's something you don't like, or
Nah,
something
we
like
must
that. You can remove it or something like that, you know. Yeah.
No, I've got no qualms, because what we're reasoning is all in righteousness. But to send me that burden stuff, even after,
definitely.
I don't mind.
100%.
I don't mind. With a conscious outlook, man, you know, so for me, there can't be fear in that regard.
No fear.
Yeah. Because
Wow! This thing is upside down. I'm gonna have to flip that whole
Yes, bro.
Wow, check this out.
That's awesome.
Oh, check it out. Check it out, guys. Yes. And like I'm saying now on YouTube, we're starting off small. Like we're doing, like, even if I get like 10 views now, but you know, in 10 years time, your son will see this, and he will remember,
views.
King Paul.
Yes,
this is he mean this garden.
Quite, and me, I'm not even so about those numbers.
No.
But also I am. Those numbers must get also out there. But the feedback and the result, it's not. It's as the coming on of this baby so long, or as the coming on of this garden. That's how the result has to
that same thing where you said of like you have no expectations, you just embrace the process. You
Yeah,
know?
so much so that when it comes, maybe a man isn't even around.
Yeah.
But at least the purpose is accomplished and achieved, you know. It
Yes.
wasn't vain, man.
Yes,
You
it's
know,
about the how can I say, the intent that it is done with, the intent.
exactly. Now look at here, there's an example. Nowadays, we like that were born Christian people, we get the chance to sit at the table. Now we pray. Not just to impress you because I met you for the first time. I want to use a whole lot of words. The Muslims, you can pray, I can pray. Always says Bismillah.
Okay.
Bismillah means blessing that food and stuff. Now my point on this is, I can be praying a lot of words. God alone knows whether those words are
Carry weight in
intended.
your heart.
Now Bismillah is the very same. God alone knows whether that intent of over that food was real or not. So I don't need a whole lot of fucking words and stuff to say a prayer, man. So much so, there we go back to the point, intention, man. If the intention was real, man, you can maybe not be alive even as long as the outcome is results, then
That is
respect.
right.
That's how I feel about it. So
Absolutely,
Yeah,
we
man.
stand united in
I
that.
know about the analogy about the Muslims and the Christians and so, but to just say something sweet and short can cut off a whole lot of bullshit,
Yeah,
man, you know.
right.
Maybe
People make
somebody's
it so
really
fancy.
hungry
You
already,
don't have
put
to-
2 grapes in his mouth already, you taking so long to pray, you know. So let's just say Bismillah, man, and it's blessed, man.
Yeah, everything in one. Yeah.
I'm gonna seriously do this next time I'm at a family meal and they're like, okay, Bertie, it's your turn to pray. I'm gonna be like, Bismillah. And then they'll be like, waiting for the amen.
The
I'm like,
rest, yeah, and then yes, man, that's
I'm
so
gonna
true.
solidly do that, bro. I'm gonna do that at my next meal.
Yeah, and there's no mockery. It's
No.
just like it's embracing
Embracing
reality,
it,
man. You
yes.
know, like
Absolutely.
going to the point of the intent, man. Did you mean what you said, man?
Exactly.
Did you bless that food, man?
Yeah.
You know, with that utterance, man. Yeah, then we get
Raided, eh?
out there, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man. And some of us, our cases are even still pending, like your sentences. Like 2021 is not even, it's still maybe to
Yeah.
come.
Mm.
So then you like to say, oh, now I'm only really free. You know?
No, it's like putting a restriction on your freedom.
For
Yeah,
nothing.
it is that.
Just because
most
you-
of people can't even travel and stuff because of having tarnished records and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's hectic, man.
And it's so unnecessary really because the plant provides so much healing and wisdom
Yeah,
and it brings people together as well.
yeah.
So to strip that away from the people, it
It's a
seems
dynamic
illogical.
change now, to see how many plants there are now. And I was thinking all about it also. The oxygen that the plants give off, man. This is now really replenishing
This
the
environment.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a nice one to also like acknowledgement.
It also is good for the soil and everything, eh?
Yes, all over that it's growing now. Yeah, it's fixing up now. It was damaged.
To now make that transition from where you always had a heavy weight on your shoulders from the authority side. Now it's almost as if that is now gone, you know. It's
Yeah,
as
we
if
had
it's
like 3 or 4 times of the police coming in here again now
is it?
after the announcement.
Yeah.
And this time round, it's like I'm chatting like this almost with the cop telling him, we're telling him this stage and that stage of the plant and that, as opposed to that same guy being the one that couldn't like look at you and stuff. He had to like just do his work and chop you. You know, and be like an enemy of yours in without even really having done anything bad to you but damaging your property.
There's
And I
no
think
acknowledging him as a human being, like human to human interaction.
changed so
It's
many
he's
things.
like part of the state, you know. He's
Yeah.
basically
But that's also part of the demise of these governments, man, where the officials are just realizing because it's maybe their own brother, cousin that had to be his plants had to be chopped or he had to be
Prison.
incarcerated or so, yeah. And now he's checking, no man, that's all bullshit. And
They know these people, they know they're not bad people.
yeah.
But they still have to go there.
And I tell you, most of these police in this area, I'm talking about the Afrikaans police, they ones that know everything about the soil because they've got farms in Oudtshoorn, George and all that. And when you talk things, then they can see they know you know what you know, man. But now it's dacha, so it would like uitkom and all that stuff. So
sad.
but they understanding now, like after that, it's like they feel so much more open to reason with you about it, and you can see they know a hell of a lot.
I think it's a comfortable change for them as well, because
I
they
think
also
so.
humans like us. They're also
man,
just
and
people.
to see how one can like also having seen this man as a negative, but to see him now as a positive, it's actually a bigger blessing even on the self for having changed that attitude, man. You know, because
I think for a lot of them, it's also been a sore place. you
yeah,
know,
because
like,
they didn't want to. That
stay
was their
away from
work. They had
certain
to have that
communities.
authority. They didn't really want to express it, but now the onus is on the one who was hurt, man, to like change that
Forgive.
and forgive and let that man feel more at home, you know. And I feel that happened also with me, you know. And no, man, they can see, man, you know,
Yeah.
that Rastas are those people that we saw them as, man.
Yeah.
Your situation is different, man. You know, so in a way, when you in their clutches and they're not all that bad.
No, they're not.
You know, yeah.
But they, the thing is, why would you want to throw a Rastafarian or any ganja smoker for that matter in a prison cell? They're not any threat to society, you know what I
It's
mean?
only ignorance that
Yes.
would do that. So
Yes,
yeah, so they would know, man. Afterwards, with time.
they've got families to feed. They just doing their orders that they get given, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, it's so good to see the transition from where it was and having had to experience that, had to hide something which is so good and so
Yeah.
pure.
Yeah.
I have to feel ashamed of it, to now you can openly share that love and wisdom with everybody. That is,
And even now, more in depth, you know, openly. So, like lots of times you would share, but then there's a chunk of information you're not giving them because of how you have to
restrict
Yes,
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. But now it's like, yo,
Now you can just
now
learn
we
and
share it.
more.